sure to check out Ageless Geeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco Toyz 112 Collective Silver Knight Batman. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So we do get the basic style box when it comes to Mezco's regular releases. So on the slipcover here on the top does say Batman Silver Knight. We do get an awesome bat symbol right on the center there. On the bottom says 112 Collective Post Plate Display and DC. And then on the bottom of the actual box here we do get the warning and blah blah blah. So if nobody cares about, then here is the top of the box. And then the sides of the slipcover does have the cool Batman logo once again. Then the back of the slipcover does have a bunch of the promo images along with all of the awesome accessories included with this figure. Then you can remove the slipcover here, and it does have the window displaying the figure and most of the accessories. And then the sides of the box is 112 Collective. Then on the back we do get the giant Gomez or Mezco Toyz logo. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure to take a closer look at Batman. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Mezco did a fantastic job with this Silver Knight Batman. There is an issue some people do have with the figure, and the suit design was a little different from when they were displaying the figure before it released. And personally for me, I like that design better. This design I'm perfectly fine with. I think it looks great, but they decided to switch it up at the last minute, and some people weren't too happy about it. Some people didn't care. This design, like I said, still looks great, but the other design for the suit looked so much more badass. I wish they would have went with that, but they decided to switch it up at the last minute, and it still looks like a badass figure. Now the face sculpt here, really dig the way this turned out. I love the white for the eyes right there. The sculpt of the mask looks fantastic. I like the longer bat ears. That looks pretty cool. We also get another interchangeable head with shorter bat ears. Very clean paint for the white on the eyes where the skin tone meets the black on the mask. And then we do get some nice sculpt around the neck as well. The entire cowl just looks pretty damn cool, so you could see there. And then the torso here, the bat symbol, really dig the way that looks. Very cool looking. Has some nice sculpt detail on it, and it is nice and centered on the upper torso right there. And then the design of the suit, as I mentioned before, they did switch it up, but it still looks really cool with all the different little lines and stuff like that. The cool little pattern that they put on the suit. I do dig the way it looks, and I like the color gray that they chose. Very dark gray there. And on the back, looks pretty nice too. The stitch work looks pretty good also on this. Really not too bad. Just under this arm it looks a little sloppy, but I mean, it's cloth clothing on a 6-inch scale figure, so they're not always going to make it perfect, you know what I mean? The arms look pretty good. I love the way the gauntlets look. These pieces are a little sharp, so be careful of that. And around the wrist, they added like a glossy black on that piece, which looks pretty dope too. And then the cape has a very nice cape span, as you can see there, and it just made the video very bright there. And I do like the material they chose as well, but I do wish they would add wire in their capes. Some people prefer them like this, and some people prefer wired capes. I'm going to end up throwing one of the wired Batman capes my fiance makes on this figure, and I'll probably show you what that looks like after this quickly. His utility belt looks great. Very nice gold paint on that. Very nice sculpt detail, and I like the black that they added in it as well. And then the back we have a holster for the grapple hook, which I'll show you during the accessories. And the legs, we get some nice designs on the cloth clothing. I like the way it looks around the upper thighs right there. I think that looks pretty cool with all those lines there. And you see the stitching on the inside of the legs. And then we do get some armor on the knees, which look pretty cool. And then we do get his bat boots, which look sick as hell. I love the sculpt detail all throughout the boots there. And I like how it kind of looks like steel toe boots that he has on, because they added like a more of like a glossier black like on the tip of the boots right there. Same with on the bottom. The treads look beautiful. That is some amazing tiny sculpt detail just on the treads alone. And we do get some peg holes on the bottom of the feet as well. But overall, Mezco really did a fantastic job with this Silver Knight Batman. And already, I love this one a lot more than their Ascending Knight Batman. They're doing an awesome job with their Batman figures. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a ton of awesomeness included with this Batman. I don't think they could have included any more great accessories with this figure. So what we get first and foremost, we do get a Mezco bag in case you are someone who does like to store your accessories in there. So we do get that. And then we do get the Mezco stand. So we do have the base with the cool bat symbol on it and the peg in case you want to peg your figure on it. Then we do have the rest of the stand in case you want to make the stand. You just peg it from the bottom with the bottom of the stand, then peg that in. There you go, as simple as that. And they also included these accessories for the cloth cape in case you want to pose it around. And these are such a pain in the ass, man. It would be so much better and easier if they just gave us a wired cloth cape. These are so annoying to put on. You connect this to the stand, then peg these all in, and then clip these onto the cape and pose it how you would like. It's just, like I said, it's a pain in the ass doing it. So we do get that stuff. And then we also get 4 interchangeable heads. And starting on the left there, we do get the basic stern looking face with the longer bat ears, and that is the head that does come on the figure out of the packaging, and that is definitely one of my favorites out of all of them. And then next to that one we have my favorite, which is the battle damaged angry teeth gritted face with a little bit of blood coming out the mouth as well, and the eyes just all bruised and everything, and we have some slash marks across his mask. That is such a dope alternate face. I love when figure companies include battle damage faces with their figures. Just gives you more posing and display options, and they did such a fantastic job on that battle damaged face. That's definitely the best accessory with this Batman figure, including the bat drone. And next to that one we do get the another angry teeth gritted face with the shorter bat ears, but I don't know why that expression with his mouth looks so much different compared to the battle damage one. They're both angry teeth gritted faces, but why does the teeth look so weird? It's like he's like, okay, what am I gonna do next? I'm Batman. Like, I don't get what the hell they were thinking with that facial expression there, but I do love that they included another alternate head, but with shorter ears that time, so you have more posing and display options. And finally, all the way on the right, we do get the unmasked Bruce Wayne head, and they did an excellent job with that face sculpt. Does look like a Bruce Wayne to me. The eyes both painted looking the same direction. We get a little bit of gray hair up by the temple where the hair is up there, so really great job on all 4 alternate faces there. And it looks like they gave him some very subtle like stubble with the paintwork around like his chin and where the mustache would be and everything. So really great job on all 4 alternate faces. Very easy to swap them out. I'll show you how to do that right now quickly. And swapping the heads on this Batman is very simple, which is to be expected when it comes to Mezco toys. And I just want to show you what all the heads do look like on the figure. So that is the battle damage one, which looks so damn awesome on the figure right there. And the way you swap them is very easy. Just pull up on the head and it pops right off. Then the one with the shorter bat ears looks good on the figure, but I do prefer the longer bat ears better. Plus the facial expression on this one just looks so bad, man. So there's the shorter bat ear one. Now let's put on the Bruce Wayne one and see how easy it is to swap the heads on these Mezco figures. That's something I really like about Mezco. The hands and the heads are very easy to swap out. So we do get the 4 interchangeable heads, and then we also get 1 large Batarang, 10 smaller Batarangs, the grapple gun with a couple grapple hooks, a sonic wave type gun, and then we do get a bat drone. So we do get the 2 Batarangs here. So we have the larger one, which is definitely the cooler out of the 2. I mean, this looks pretty dope. Come on, focus! There we go. That one looks pretty dope. I love the gunmetal gray and the black mixed in it. We do have a nice like sculpted texture on the black too, and even on the center we get some sculpt work as well. Same thing on both sides. Then we do get 10 of these little Batarangs here, and you can never go wrong having too many Batarangs with a Batman figure. So definitely cool that they keep doing that with their Batman figures. Then we do get this like sonic sound wave type gun here. Don't know if I ever seen Batman use something like this, but you know, you never go wrong having too many accessories. You could spin that around. I don't know if it's really meant to, but it has beautiful sculpt and paint detail all throughout it. Really nice looking accessory here. So we do get that one. Then we do get his grapple gun, of course, which also looks dope as hell. Very nice paint and sculpt. Very clean paintwork on all these accessories here. Then we do have a peg hole right there because you can take the grapple hooks and peg that in like so. And the grapple hooks themselves look pretty dope. They're very sharp, so be careful of that. So we do have that grapple hook. Then we do have the grapple hook with the rope on it. Wish they would use bendy wire instead, kind of like what they did with Daredevil's billy clubs. I think that would be so much better of an idea instead of using rope, because you could just really have him hanging on it instead of posing it around, you know what I mean? But it is cool that they added that as well. And then finally we do get this dope bat drone. This thing is just so damn cool looking. Beautiful sculpt and paint detail all throughout it. Just really cool looking, man. It does look like a bat, the face right there, like the red eyes, and then these are on a ball peg, so you can move them all around and swivel them and stuff. And then under the wings looks sick. Probably the coolest accessory with the figure here, so we do get all that awesome stuff. And then we finally get... Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that you can holster his grapple gun. I mean, I mentioned it before, but I meant to say I wanted to show you how to holster it on his utility belt. All I do is I just pop it on like that. I believe that's the way you put it on. And it's definitely awesome being able to holster the grapple gun. I remember you were able to do that with the Ascending Knight Batman as well. So we do get all of Batman's awesome bat tools. And then we finally get 11 interchangeable hands. And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging. Then we do get a pair of regular gripping hands. Then we do get a pair of gripping hands for the batarangs. Then we do get a pair of trigger finger hands, a pair of open type hands, and then we do get a right kryptonite brass knuckle hand. And this thing looks so damn cool. Let me show you a closer look, because we have some green translucent plastic there for the kryptonite, and that just looks beautiful. Really cool alternate hands. Definitely the coolest alternate hand with this Batman figure. We get some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 11 hands, and then all the hands are extremely easy to swap out, which they usually are when it comes to 112 figures. But anyway, that is all the incredibly fun, awesome accessories included with the Silver Knight Batman. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of the Dark Knight, to the very top of his head, it looks like he's a little bit over 6 inches and 1/4 inch tall. Then to the very top of his bat ears, it looks like he's just shy of 6 inches and 3/4 inch tall. And then here he is compared to the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Batman, the SH Figure Arts, the Dark Knight Batman, the Mezco 112 DX Joker, and the SH Figure Arts Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. And out of all three of these Batmans right here, I believe this Mezco one is now my favorite. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Justice League Superman, the SH Figure Arts Justice League Wonder Woman, the SH Figure Arts Suicide Squad Deadshot, and the DC Collectibles Icons Harley Quinn. And then here he is compared to the Mezco 112 Doctor Strange, the Mezco 112 Popeye, the Mafex, the Dark Knight Rises Bane, and the NECA Original Movie TMNT Raphael. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Smoke, the SH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And now out of these two, I don't know which one is my favorite Batman figure in my entire collection. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and we do get the basic type of Mezco 112 articulation. So we do have 2 joints at the neck here. The upper neck joint is a ball peg, so you can get Batman to look up a decent amount. It does look down really well with that joint. You get some beautiful pivot there, as you can see. And then of course it does swivel. The lower neck here just goes forward and back a tiny bit, as you can see there, and then really doesn't pivot too much, and really doesn't swivel at all. You just get very minimal forward and back movement with the lower neck there. And then we do get a point of articulation at the torso right under the chest. And that joint really doesn't crunch forward too much. I wish it went forward a little bit more, because that really isn't the best forward and back movement on this figure, as you can see there. You do get a little bit of pivot out of the torso, not too much, and then it does swivel as well. The waist here goes back really well, so combining both joints, he can go back a pretty good amount, and then both joints, he really does not go forward too much at all, so that to me is pretty disappointing. You get a little bit of pivot at the waist, and then it does not swivel there. So not the best movement at the torso and the waist, but it's basic really for a Mezco figure. Then we do get a butterfly joint at the shoulder there, and you can kind of move the arm a little bit in a circular motion, not too much though. It's mostly like a butterfly joint there. And then the arms do go out to the sides a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. They do go up and down. Don't force it too much. You don't want to mess up the cloth clothing. If you want to force it, go right ahead, but do it at your own risk. And then we do get the bicep swivel there. We do have double jointed elbows that bend in a little more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. Then we do get the swivel at the gauntlet, and then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, Batman can kick forward a little more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely awesome. Goes to the back just a tiny bit, and let's see if the Dark Knight can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and he can. So definitely a nice leg movement with this Batman. Then we do get the hip swivel, which works really well actually. Then we do have a double jointed knee that bends back pretty much all the way. No swivel actually. There is a swivel at the boot. I thought there wasn't, so my bad. And then we do get a swivel at the ankle. Hinges up a decent amount at the ankle. Doesn't really go down too much. And then really not the best pivot on this Batman. Like the Blade figure and Black Panther had much better pivot than this Batman. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I mean, you get a little bit of pivot, so it's definitely better than nothing. But overall, the articulation is pretty good on this Batman. It's basic when it comes to a 112 figure, and you're going to be able to get him in some pretty good Dark Knight-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Silver Knight Batman. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd definitely have to give it an even 9. If you'd like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can check over at Agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find it on there, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or their Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at Batman. Batman. Damn it. Damn you! And real quickly before we continue with the to the very top of his head, it looks like he's a little bit over 6 inches and the basic stern looking face with the longer ears. The heck? What the heck? And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of a kryptonite, like, damn it, what are those called? I'm having a brain fart right now. Oh my god, gone. I don't know why I wanted to say knuckle duster. What the hell is a knuckle duster? Brass knuckles, that's it. Knuckle duster, what the heck? Batman with his kryptonite knuckle duster. I don't know why the hell I thought that was called a knuckle duster. It's brass knuckles.